Thousands of people have lost their homes and businesses during the war in Ukraine. These internally displaced people have had to find refuge in cities and towns further west. But leaving everything behind hasn't been easy. Many of these people are struggling to find work and places to live in these new cities, and they can barely afford to stay alive, much less pay for medical services. AWR saw this as an opportunity to reach out to these people and offer them hope and healing. In September of 2023, AWR 360 Health hosted a medical clinic in the city of Chernivtsi, Ukraine, and offered free medical services to hundreds of the internally displaced people who now call that city home.
We are here in Ukraine. By coincidence, you can hear the sirens going off. We are here with Adventist World Radio to do a free medical clinic this week for the citizens in this area, many of whom have lost their homes, their businesses, and even some loved ones. We are here with about 55 international volunteers from all over the world representing AWR. And it is just such a joy to be here in this incredible place at this very strategic time. The people that we are treating, the internally displaced people, have everyone experienced terrible trauma. And so our approach with this particular clinic is very different than the clinics that we have done for AWR in the past. Each person is pre-scheduled with an appointment. They are brought here in buses with the government social services, and we focus on them individually. Instead of moving them through and seeing as many people as we can, we focus on the individual. Each person will receive 3 to 4 services and usually are at the clinic for several hours. So we try to treat as much of the whole person as we can, including, most importantly, spiritual care. In the background, you will see AWR's On the Move truck. And this area, this entire area, is the spiritual care area where after the patients have received all of their therapies and treatments, they come here to receive the most important part of whole person care, spiritual care. And inside our truck are treatment rooms, and we have converted them to private areas where the patients can have a confidential conversation and prayer and receive counseling from the pastors. So in addition to this clinic, this is the opening door for what will happen after. We know that we are always supposed to combine medical care with evangelism. So after we leave, there's a very intentional program. First of all, an evangelistic series that will be conducted by Vice President Kyle Allen. But that's not the end. Each of these churches will continue for weeks and months to work with each and every patient. We have their names, we have their contacts. The friendships begin today, but they will continue for many months to come. Whenever we do things the way that God tells us to do, the results are always better. And we are told that the right approach is to do what Jesus did, to first meet people's physical needs. And then, when their physical needs are met, they are open to hearing the message of God's truth and His love. And this is the philosophy behind AWR 360 Health.
One of the things I love about working with AWR 360 Health is that we get to serve the way Jesus did. He went into villages and He healed the sick. He offered free services. He didn't ask any questions. He just healed whatever the need was. And then He said, come, follow me. That's what we do here. We offer the services and we introduce people to Jesus.
Many may question, like, AWR does radio, audio programs. So should they spend their time and money in events like this, like medical events? Absolutely, because people, they not only need to hear the words of Jesus, they need to feel Jesus' touch. And through those events, we can extend not only Jesus' voice to those people, but we can extend Jesus' touch, and through that, through those physical ways, they can feel the warmth and they can feel the sincerity of our love for them, and that will open up hearts and minds even more to the gospel.
When a patient comes across a clinic like ours, and it's filled with doctors, nurses, volunteers who are all believers, I think there is that question that arises within their mind. Why are they doing this? How are they acting that's different to other people? And that curiosity, I think, is sparked.
When people's hearts are opened by disinterested benevolence, as we call it, you want to help them, you're helping them for free, taking an interest in them, I think it opens their hearts so that they can see something different is happening here. In fact, one patient actually told us that she felt something different here. Just the atmosphere felt different. And I told her, well, that's the Holy Spirit.
The people are so lovely and very receptive to what we are providing for them here at this clinic. I just met a very nice Adventist lady whose friend came to the clinic yesterday. She's not Adventist, but had such a wonderful time here, was so thankful for all the services that she received. She told her Adventist friend about it, who then came to the clinic today.
I believe that the gospel and the medical work are inseparable. The evidence of sin is so pronounced in a situation like this, and the gospel just has such power to heal, and people tend to be very open to prayer and talking about God and the gospel and the encouragement and hope that that provides in a situation like this.
In medical training, we are told that a patient isn't just one problem, and they are not just a number that you find on a sheet, they are a person. And in order to help them, we have to see them from a holistic perspective.
It is a blessing to have such a big project of support for internally displaced people. They have very limited financial income. They are not able to pay for the doctors for support. And to receive a blood checkup, to see a 2-3 specialists, to have an ultrasound, to have a cardiac ultrasound, very expensive stuff, to receive free medications, to be blessed by prayer. This is a Christ ministry.
For me personally, it's very important when we're already a lot of months, to feel that we are not alone in these troubles. Yes, a lot of countries, a lot of people, volunteers and big organization, foundation, they came to help us first months of war and first year of war. But with Adventist World Radio, we see long strategy to see final goal we have here in Ukraine, because our country is still a lot of people never heard about Adventist, never heard about Three Angels message.
If God has placed a burden in your heart to come serve anywhere in the world, you should definitely go. And it doesn't matter what your profession is, whether it's medical or non-medical, there is always a place for you wherever God is leading.
I once heard the phrase, generosity is the economy of heaven. And the more that you give, the more that you receive. And it's so satisfying to be able to see someone and to share with them a hope, and somehow that blesses you in return in a really strange way. And so if you're thinking about it, pray over it. If God's opening the door, just go.
God tells us that it's more blessed to give than to receive, and when you come on trips like this, you truly experience it, because not only are you able to give the love that Jesus gives to us, but we really are blessed more than those we are even helping.
If AWR 360 has another medical mission trip in the future, I would really like to go. And I would encourage you to consider that too.
If you want to have a life-changing experience, if you want to be a part of something that's really going to make a difference in the lives of other people, to help them to know the love of God for them, I want to invite you to be a part of an AWR 360 Health Medical Clinic. It's an incredible experience. Let me tell you, once you come to one, you're not going to want to stop. You're going to want to keep coming, because, you know, while we're a blessing to the people and we're able to provide so much help for them, it actually results in blessings for us. And so I know that as you would take that step of faith and join us on one of these trips, it would be an incredible blessing for you as you are able to be the hands and feet of Jesus for someone else. God may have given you talents as a physician. Maybe you're a dentist. Maybe you're a nurse practitioner or a nurse. We need you to join us as a volunteer, as a part of our AWR 360 health team. You may be thinking, well, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dentist, I'm not a nurse, I don't know the difference between a stethoscope and a syringe. Well, let me tell you, friends, that's me. I'm not a medical person at all. But you know what? there is something for everyone to do. And so, whether you're medical or you're not medical, there's a place for you. So please, consider joining us. Contact us to find out how you can be a part of one of these mission trips. And I know it will not only change your life, it's going to change the lives of so many others as you are the hands and feet of Jesus. Thank you so much for your support and your prayers of AWR 360.